Shut up and sit down.
Hello, gang. Geek Prime back here again. It is Chris, and I am welcoming you to the first piece to the Cosplay Diary. As I mentioned in the introduction, we're going to be looking at how I'm going to go ahead and put together two different costumes. One, a splicer outfit from BioShock, which will be more for my comfort so that I can actually wear it the whole day at OhioCon next year. The other, I actually want to enter into the cosplay contest, which will be a cosplay of General Ironwood from Ruby. So, when we're talking about getting the outfits together, the first thing that we want to look at is actually having a plan. And I talked about that last time, but I didn't actually detail what that plan was. So, you want to start off by figuring out what it is that you need to put together the outfit. Now, a lot of people will tell you that when you're putting together an outfit, there's no point in reinventing the wheel. So if you have items that are already ready to go, there's no need to make them or buy them. You can actually go ahead and put them together yourself. The first thing that we want to look at is our checklist for our splicer outfit. Now, with both of these checklists, over time, I'm going to add items because I'm going to find out as I'm putting them together that, hey, I need something more to get this outfit together. So when we're looking at the Splicer cosplay checklist, we need the shirt, we need the vest, we need the tie, we need shoes, which can be wingtips, or I can use a pair of shoes that I have and throw some spats on there. We also need a weapon, we need masks, well, at least a mask, and we need some pants. Now, with the splicer, I'm not going for that look that looks just like the image that I've got here. This is just a guideline. For any of you who have actually played BioShock, you will recognize that there's more of a feel to it rather than a definitive image of what a splicer is. So, you're going for this, I would say probably 1950s feel for the costuming. Once you have the items, you don't want them to be things that you care about terribly much because you're going to put a lot of rips and tears into them. You're actually going to do some blood splatters on the outfits. For those pieces, we're going to definitely do some modification. But on the other hand, if we've got the basic piece, then we can work with that. So when I'm looking at this Splicer cosplay, I recognize that I already have the shirt, I already have the vest, and I already have plenty of ties. So I've got things that will go with this, and I'll be able to start off with that. I did mention that I have shoes. On the other hand, I really, really like the wingtip look on here. And if I can find a pair of comfortable shoes that are wingtips, then I may actually go with those. If I can't find a pair of shoes that are going to be comfortable, then I'm going to go with some spats. Now, with costuming, I do like to try to make as much as I can, but, I don't make shoes. I don't think I know very many people who do make shoes. But if I do end up with spats, I may try my hand at making that. You may be surprised to find out that, yes, I can sew. You actually can see that sewing machine in the background there. Unfortunately, I am not great at it yet, so hopefully I'll get a lot of practice as I'm going along in this process, more so with the Ironwood cosplay than with the Splicer cosplay, but I'll be able to try my hand at that. The mask I am going to definitely custom make, and I have some YouTube videos that I've run into that give you some great direction on putting those together. As I get deeper into actually putting together the mask, I will give you a link to those videos so that I can credit the people for the hard work that they've put in and the advice that they've given me. On top of this, while I have the general outline of what I'm looking for, I have not actually put in the materials that I'm needing. And so as I'm putting together these checklists and expanding them, I'm actually going to be adding the materials that are going into this just so I have a clear idea of what I'm looking for. So that's the basics on the splicer cosplay. Like I said, I've got a pretty decent amount of this. I've got a core piece. You would think that I might have the pants at this point, but I really do like those pinstripes, and I don't actually have a pair of pinstripe pants, especially not a pair that I'm willing to tear apart. So I'm going to have to look for something cheap, maybe at Goodwill or somewhere along those lines. I am not going to actually sew some pants specifically for this outfit. I think I can get away with something cheaper, and once again, this is more about comfort rather than competition. So this one, I'm not going to be paying as close attention to detail. Now, what I will be paying close attention to detail on is my general Ironwood cosplay. So you're going to see here the checklist that I've put together for that. There's going to be a shirt, there's going to be a jacket, there will be pants, shoes, gloves, need a tie, gun, a holster, and you'll see the pattern on there. I need a pattern to help me put together this uniform. Now I'm going to be modifying that pattern, and my friend Kim Bird is going to help me out on that. I'm going to give you some information on her background as I get deeper into actually putting the pattern together on this. In fact, there's probably going to be a specific episode of this that I will run just on the pattern for the cosplay. Um, as far as the gun is concerned, once again, I found some really good YouTube tutorials on putting together guns, and as I put that together, I will share that with you. For both the gun and the outfit itself, I'm going to need to pick up supplies. Specifically, I am really concerned about the material for the actual outfit. Um, Being that it's a military uniform, I'm going to be looking for something that is heavy enough to actually maintain some starch and get some crisp edges as far as when you press it. Um, Military is all about seams, and in fact, if you look at the picture for General Ironwood, you can tell even when he's sitting down, there's that sharp seam that they have actually used a line to signify on the pants there, and that's something that is very, very typical of military outfits. Um, I do already have the shirt. Of course, the black button-up shirt is pretty easy to get a hold of anyway. The shoes are actually the same shoes that I'm wanting to use for the splicer outfit, but this time I won't need spats, and I know from experience these are very comfortable shoes to wear. I probably will want to put a shine on them, but that's something altogether easy to do. The gloves I will probably purchase. I be perfectly honest, I don't feel confident enough in my sewing ability to actually sew some gloves together. They're not anything special, so I don't think that it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be something that will cause me a problem in competition if I just purchase those gloves. Um, on the other hand, oh, and the tie is also something I'll probably purchase. I thought I had something for it, but that solid red tie is not something that I actually have, so I'll have to go out and look for something for that. Um, Jacket and the pants are all something that I'm going to have to get patterns for and actually make. Um, the holster, I do actually still have some scrap leather that I had used when I put together my cosplay Riddler outfit. Yes, I actually sewed the vest on that. That was actually my first experience in sewing, so I'm kind of proud of myself for that. It took a lot of work. It may not be the cleanest work in the world, but on the other hand, it was successful. It stayed together. I still actually wear that outfit on occasion. But I'll probably have to look for a pattern for the holster as well, because I would really like to make that out of leather. Um, I'll probably have to get some leather dye as well to get a black to match up with the belt that I'll be using for the outfit. Now, I do say that you will notice that there is no holster there in the picture. On the other hand, from scenes from the show, you know that he actually has that pistol with him, and the only thing that makes sense for it is a holster. So we will get that accomplished and make it look good. It may not be 100% image accurate, but you know, cartoons are not necessarily reality. So that is the plan that we have for both of the cosplay outfits. As we start putting things together, I'm going to get a little bit more detailed, and as I said, I'll probably be adding to these checklists as I start putting together the materials, which is kind of cool in and of itself, because you'll be able to see what goes into what kind of supplies you need to make outfits if you're doing it from scratch the way that I will be with especially General Ironwood. So I hope you will continue to watch these video diaries, and I hope you enjoy them. If you have any advice or suggestions, feel free to either post them in the comments here, or you can go to the Channel Geek Facebook page. I'll post a link to that in the comments section, so that you can go ahead and check out what we've got going on, and let me know what you think. So until next time, have a good one.